Okay, hello. My name is Jonathan Valdiviosa. I'm here with Daniel Clemens and Claudia Sanchez. We are going to be going over crisis communication strategy, operational safety crisis response. Our case study is the U.S. Navy 7th Fleet collisions in 2017. This presentation analyzes a major operational crisis involving two U.S. Navy destroyer collisions in 2017. The events, despite taking place in military context, reflect large organizations, including failures in communication, training, leadership oversight, and risk management. We apply crisis communication principles to evaluate how structured messaging, leadership accountability, and coordinated response are essential to restoring trust after a serious incident. Our analysis focuses on four required elements of a crisis communication plan and examines how ethics, technology, and leadership influence recovery. The importance of crisis communication plans. In high reliability organizations, crises often result from systematic failures rather than isolated mistakes. A crisis communication plan enables leaders to respond quickly, coordinate messaging, and maintain trust during uncertainty. Provide structure during high risk incidents, protect people, reputation, and operational credibility, ensure accurate information flow, demonstrates leadership accountability, and supports organizational recovery. Overview of the incident. So these were not combat events. They occurred during normal operations similar to accidents in transportation, manufacturing, or logistic industries. Investigations found systemic issues, including fatigue, insufficient training, and unclear command coordination. These incidents function similar to industrial workplace accidents where operational breakdowns create safety risks and trigger formal investigation. This makes the case directly relevant to workplace safety crisis management. Organizational context. For this analysis, the Navy is evaluated as a complex organization responsible for operational reliability and personnel safety, similar to large transportation or manufacturing enterprises. The collisions created communication demands similar to those organizations face after major industrial accidents.
Identification of the crisis team. So the crisis response structure would be the fleet commander, who's equivalent to an executive leadership role, the safety investigation board, which would be like the root cause analysis, medical and personnel support, which would be employee care, public affairs officers, which would be communications management, legal advisors doing compliance oversight, and operational commanders doing process correction. The coordination of these efforts across functional lines is necessary for an effective crisis response. Leaders are responsible for directing strategy, investigators are responsible for determining the facts, and communication experts are responsible for ensuring transparency. This structure mirrors how large organizations respond to OSHA or regulatory investigations following workplace incidents. So, the designated spokesperson, their role would be someone in senior fleet leadership or be a CEO equivalent. Why one voice matters, prevents conflicting narratives, signals accountability at the highest level, builds credibility internally and externally, and ensures message discipline. When multiple leaders talk independently of one another, there is a great likelihood that misunderstandings will emerge. By having that single source, it prevents that miscommunication. A single spokesperson ensures clarity when stakeholders are seeking reassurance and accurate information in a crisis. Media policy and strategy. So the objectives internally would be to restore pride and safety confidence among the 20,000 plus sailors. Externally, it would be to reassure global allies of maritime stability and transparency. The delivery platforms, a traditional one would be press conferences and official Navy news releases, which would probably be for more long form content. Digital, which would be real time updates via social media or official social media accounts, whether it be from Twitter, X, or Facebook, for faster updates of things as they're coming up. And internally, through all hands emails and secure intranet bulletins to push information out to the sailors. Our media policy focuses on the simultaneous distribution of information to avoid the perception of filtering facts. For internal audiences, the objective is to maintain workforce confidence and reinforce trust in leadership response. Uh, Personnel must understand that leadership is addressing the systematic issues identified by the investigations. We utilize all hands messages and internal video briefings to provide the why behind operational changes. The objective is to ensure employees understand both the cause of the incident and the corrective actions being implemented. Externally, our policy is one of radical transparency, meaning that we don't just wait for the media to ask questions. We're proactively pushing out updates to the community and investors, or in this case, Congress, or just people who have stake in this, that would be our stakeholders. Using digital platforms to reach out to a younger demographic of sailors and their families ensures accurate and verified information is getting communicated clearly and consistently across all platforms. Using that mixture combination of traditional press briefings or deep dive investigative reports and social media for safety updates, we manage the flow of information across all demographics, and the multi-channel approach ensures no stakeholder group is left in the dark, reducing the opportunity for rumors to spread. Crisis statement or a holding statement. Sample 1 would be like this. At approximately 0424L, the USS John S. McCain was involved in a collision with a merchant vessel. Our primary concern is the safety of our sailors and support of their families. Search and rescue operations are currently underway. We are devastated by this event and are committed to a full and transparent investigation. We will provide updates as soon as confirmed facts are available. Our thoughts and prayers are with the crew and their loved ones. So a holding statement is a critical tool used in the immediate minutes following the crisis before all facts are known. Its purpose is to acknowledge the event, express genuine empathy, and outline the immediate next steps to show the organization is in control. The specific statements prioritize the human element or to show empathy to the sailors and their families above the operational or technical details. One member, such as someone from the senior fleet leadership, will deliver that message or statement during a live presentation to demonstrate the tone or the gravity of it and to show compassion. By saying we are committed to a full and transparent investigation, we set a public benchmark of our own behavior, which builds trust from the get-go. To avoid speculation regarding the cause of the collision, which could be legally damaging or just factually wrong, while still providing the public with the reassurances that the organization is active and concerned. The statement overall serves as the foundation for all subsequent communications, ensuring that empathy remains the primary theme of the response throughout the investigation period.
AI in social media management. In the modern landscape, AI is an indispensable tool for crisis management. The plan uses AI tools to monitor social media narratives in real time. For example, during the 2017 collisions, rumors of cyber hacking spread rapidly online. Today, AI-powered sentiment analysis tool could flag these specific keywords immediately, allowing the public affairs team to use a factual review tool within minutes rather than hours. AI can also help us listen to our internal audience by analyzing anonymous feedback from sailors to identify pockets of low morale or safety concerns that haven't reached the chain of command. However, we emphasize the responsible use of AI. We do not use AI to craft the final messages to the public or families, as this requires a level of human empathy and ethical judgment that machines cannot replicate. The importance of human oversight cannot be overstated. AI functions as an early detection tool, while leadership remains responsible for decision-making and ethical judgment. Ethical leadership and Christian worldview. Our response is guided by the ethical leadership principles that align with Christian worldview. Ethical leadership in this context means choosing honesty and fairness over reputation saving or spin. This involves a commitment to accountability, even when it is legally or politically uncomfortable. From a Christian perspective, our focus on human dignity is paramount. We do not view sailors as a mere human capital or assets. but as an image bearers of God whose lives have infinite value. This perspective reinforces respect for human dignity, transparency, and accountability when communicating with affected families and personnel. Furthermore, we reflect on the stewardship of technology. Using AI to monitor narratives is an act of stewardship, using our tools to protect the truth and maintain order. These tools must be used responsibly to support transparency rather than manipulation. By rooting our crisis plan in these values, we ensure that the Navy recovery is not just a PR success, but moral restoration that honors the fallen and protects the living. To prepare this presentation, our group utilized generative AI as a collaborative tool to enhance our research efficiency. For example, we use AI to parse the dense 100-plus page official Navy reports to find specific instances of communication failure. However, we follow a strict protocol of verification. We treated the AI's output as a first draft or a search result rather than an absolute fact. Every data point regarding the numbers of casualties, the locations of the ships, and the specific leadership changes was verified through credible news sources and official government documents. This interactive process allows us to focus on human energy on the analysis and ethical reflection of the case, while the AI handled the organization of large data sets. This illustrates how AI can be used responsibly in a professional setting as a tool that augments human intelligence and moral judgment rather than replacing it. This reference supports our analysis of crisis communication strategy. We use our course textbook along with established crisis communication research and official Navy investigation reports to ensure our case study was accurate and grounded in credible sources. Thank you for your time.